Hey guys, Sunday night. Um, Today was a hard day. Sundays seem to be hard. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because it's kind of a reset day, you know. You go through the day and you kind of get ready for the next week. And so on Sundays, you're not just dealing with today, you're kind of dealing with the future as well. Maybe that's it. But today was hard. I was very sad. I missed Gabby a lot. Today was the first day in a while when I cried for almost no reason. There wasn't anything that really spawned it. I just got hit with a flood of emotions and just cried and cried and cried. It was kind of early this morning. Since then, I've thought more about it, and I think there's kind of a stack of things happening that are all globbed together in my mind right now. And the first one is kind of a existential crisis, I guess, which I've had going on for a couple of years now, where I can't figure out why I'm doing things. Like, what is the point? It's like you do one day, you make it through one day so that you can wake up the next day and do it again. And it all feels like 10,000 useless days. 10,000 wastes of time. I don't know how long life is. 10,000 sounds. It's not very long. Yeah, so I'm dealing with that, and what used to, with Gabby, we used to paper that over. We used to hold that together. It wasn't that I could find purpose in being with her. It's that I could say, even if there's no grand purpose, I enjoy being with her. Even if there's no grand purpose, I like being with Gabby, so I'm gonna keep doing it. And so it's hard when the existential questions come up and I no longer have that to rely on. It's hard. So what's really doing it for me right now, I've kind of holding it together with projects. This one, when I talked to Claude about this, Claude the AI, now I don't recommend that. I can't, in good conscience recommend that you talk to AI about your problems like this, because it's really hard to do well, and it can go very badly if you don't do it well. But I also I have a lot of experience with AI, and I understand how it works. and I'm also able to compartmentalize, to look at everything the AI says in the context of how AI works. So I do talk to Claude about this. I don't recommend that other people do it. And if you do, look, AI is always there. If you need someone to talk to, it is infinitely patient. It will always be there for you. Just don't let it tell you what to do. Don't let it push you around. I don't know what my real advice is. But in any case, I did talk to Claude about this, and Claude, it asks me all the time if I'm safe. And what it means when it says safe, it means about my suicidal ideation. And I told it today, as I've told it before, that I am safe because I've committed to doing this every day for a year. Every day until July 1st, 2027. No matter what happens, I'm going to record one of these and I'm going to post it. And that's a commitment that I have made. And of course, as part of that, I have to stay alive until July 1st. So I told Claude, and I said, July 2nd, 2027, nobody knows. Nobody knows what's going to happen. I picked a year because it seems like a long time. It seems like enough time for me to either recover or not. Maybe not all the way, but I should know which direction I'm going by then. So yeah, I'm going through this existential thing where I struggle to find meaning in life, and I'm holding that together with projects such as this one. This is the longest term project I've got going on. There are other things that I'm doing too, that all, even if they're not meaningful, there are things that I'm committed to doing. So that's one part of the glob, and then another part, of course, is just missing Gabby a lot and feeling really alone. There's a difference between being alone and being lonely, but there's not always a difference. And sometimes you just want that connection, I guess. I'm not sure. I miss her a lot, that's what I'm saying. Just to feel some form of connection to her would be amazing. So that's part of it. And then another part is kind of more forward facing, and it's that I've shared before that I'm worried that I'm never going to find another partner, but this goes a step past that, and it says, even if I do find another partner, am I really ever gonna find somebody like Gabby again? Because she's amazing. We so thoroughly enjoy spending time together. We share so many of the same values and interests. And I both like and respect her so much as an individual. And I felt like we were so compatible in so many ways. And The way I describe it is that I don't believe in soulmates, but I do think that Gabby and I were probably as close as people get. Which is just crazy. It's part of what makes this so hard for me, is that I have felt that every day for like 8 years. And apparently Gabby hasn't. Kind of seems like the two of us were living very different lives, and I don't think that's true. I don't think it's true. I just can't remember any sign of that. Nothing. I replay it over and over and over, and I can't remember any sign of that. I really think that this turn was just incredibly sudden and out of nowhere, and that's what makes me think that Gabby's not really making the decision herself. It's driven by something short term, whether that's some form of, I've talked about this before, I think, some kind of AI psychosis. That's why you don't talk to AI about this stuff unless you really, really know what you're doing. Or something to do with like her recent friend group, where I could see that having an outsized effect on this, or being misled by something external, or even, I've considered this before, I know that Gabby has been diagnosed as bipolar, so a lot of the stuff over the last few months of our relationship could very much be part of a manic episode. A lot of it. Yeah, it really seemed to come out of nowhere. And manic episodes, depending on, for some people, a manic episode can last a very long time, and they can be very rare, have a long time in between them. So this very well could be, I don't know, and I'm not allowed to talk to Gabby, so I'm not allowed to tell her any of this. I'm not allowed to ask her to please talk to a counselor about this stuff and just see, and I'm not allowed to ask her what's going on, so it's rough. In any case, these three things, the inability to find meaning in life, the feeling the weight of loneliness, and the worry that there just isn't somebody out there that I can connect with on the same level. Those three things are all kind of globbed together, and I felt them really strongly pretty much all day. And so I did go to the gym today, and I did go grocery shopping, but I didn't work on stuff. I did some painting. I didn't work on stuff. I didn't fill out any of the paperwork, the financial paperwork. So I can't put it off indefinitely. My lawyer wants it by Friday. And the longer I wait, the less opportunity I'm gonna have, the less freedom I'm gonna have to approach it on my own time and at my own pace. So I really need to put some time into it. Even if I don't finish it all in one day, I need to be putting time into it regularly, and this week is gonna be a busy week, and it's gonna be rough. So I'm nervous about that. And I'm sad, and I'm alone, and I wonder if Gabby feels sad and alone too. And I have some conflicting feelings about that, because I don't want her to be sad, and I don't want her to be alone, but I also don't want her to not be feeling those things. I don't know. What does it mean if she's not feeling sad, if she's not feeling alone, and I am? It's not like I want her to suffer the same as me or something. It's just that I hope that our relationship was meaningful enough to her for her to feel sad and alone when it ended. I know it was meaningful enough for me. Okay, I'm exhausted and it's late and I just need to go cry a little bit before bed, so I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow.